The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not reflect those of the station and/or Confederation College.
James. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural 2020 episode of What's Up, DMP? Oh, I messed up on the intro.
You know what?
Oh,
It's a
well.
start, though.
Yeah.
Thought that counts.
As you may see, we're all in similar attire.
Yes, we
Today
are.
is National James Day, so I am Thick James, also known as Adam,
I am Original James.
also known as...
James.
I am Hockey James, also known as Jonah.
I am Big James, also known as Dennis.
Yeah, so just a little bit of background about James Day. James Day began when I put on an outfit one day, and I put on this hat, and I realized, I'm just Thick James, because James has this sort of iconic style of, like, colorful pants. You probably didn't see that.
No, they didn't. They did not see that.
Colorful pants, like kind of like a tropical button-up worn loosely over a shirt, glasses, and a hat. So it just kind of...
But it has to be a dad
It
hat.
has to be that.
a dad hat.
The funniest thing is
Or
that
a
he
beanie.
said this happened one day. This happened on Monday. It is now Thursday.
No, it happened
Yeah.
on Tuesday, I thought.
It happened on Tuesday.
Oh,
Today's
wow, it's even more
To be fair, I
impressive.
didn't even know what happened at all. I'm always
Yeah.
secluded in the
Today's Thursday, by the way.
Yeah.
So this happened over the course of
2 days. And look at us now.
We have a very quick turnaround. Next week is Davin Day, so
Yeah.
we're all gonna wear plaid and
D-Day.
a dark shirt. Not D-Day.
Not D-Day,
Not
dude.
D-Day.
We're all gonna wear plaid and a dark shirt, and it's
Yep.
gonna be great. So let us begin this discussion with what we've been doing so far in the program.
Yeah.
So, as you know, as some of you might know back home, or if this is your first time hearing about it, we're now officially in the 4th semester for the second years. So it's pretty scary because we're supposed to be graduating soon.
We're getting jobs soon.
Yeah.
We're looking at internships. We're
And
building
internships.
portfolios. It's a lot of professional, high-quality work all of a sudden. Our class is only 5 hours, one a day, so we have lots of time to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Lots of professional work that demands high quality. And we all show up in Hawaiian-style shirts with dad hats that say Texas.
Let's just say this is not our best day.
Uh,
to do
It's
portfolio
not
work.
our best day, but it's definitely up
I mean,
there.
we did a lot today, dude. We got groups for our live streaming show. Like, we no matter what the attire, we get stuff done. That's the message.
Yeah, speaking of that live streaming show, those should be airing out, I believe, on March 26th.
And 19th?
Yeah, March 19th, March 26th, April
2020.
2nd, and April 9th,
Yes.
2020.
Mhm.
So you can tune into those. We don't have the exact time right now, but we will update you with that when possible. So, Dennis, you had mentioned portfolio work.
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So this semester we have an external teacher that we have never met before. His name is Jason. He's worked in the industry since he's graduated from the program, and the whole course is basically for us to build a portfolio to share to potential jobs, clients, whatever. Basically, make sure you're set up after school.
Now,
That's the
just,
whole thing.
Just as a side note, he graduated from the old multimedia program, which then turned into interactive media development.
Yeah. I know this guy needs to work in his portfolio because yours is what, February now?
Yeah, I need to work on it a little bit. Just get some new clips in there. Majority sports.
When do you need your portfolio done? Because you actually have like a...
Set time now.
Yeah,
right?
well,
time.
Michelle told me that she would email me, our coordinator. She hasn't emailed me yet, so I'm still waiting on that crucial email. But yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, with Jason, though, we have some individual meetings with him planned. A few of us have already done those already. Where, like, we show him kind of, like, what we have so far, and he tells us what we need to work on. I had my meeting with him already on Monday, and so I went in. I told him, like, hey, I want to do some, like, journalistic, reporter, on-air, writing, that sort of stuff within, specifically, I'm looking to arts and culture, but I told him, like, if I have to do politics, I can do that. I know that politics is a big field. I might have to go there to be able to go to where I want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. And I showed him a bunch of my stuff, and he was like looking through my portfolio, and I gave him some pictures that I gave to Steve for the
Takeover.
takeover. Yeah, when we went to Grand Marais, and I told him that I kept a lot of the good pictures for myself as he's scrolling through them because they're not. Some of them are not great.
But
There's this one that I really
pictures,
like,
though.
and I told him I really like this one. It was like a nice like landscape with like that big rock with a bunch of orange stuff on it, and there's a little lighthouse. But like its composition is off. It's like tilted. But I told him that's my favorite photo of the bunch, and he's just like, yeah, I worked as a photography professor for a bit. I could like show you some stuff on composition if you want.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, okay, Jason. Because like I could tell like he's like on the low roasting my photos, but
Your
like
photos, yeah.
but like I get it. I know, and I need that sort of those kind of comments, that teaching when
What keeps
building my
you-
portfolio, because I'd rather get
have them
roasted.
now
I'd
than
rather get roasted now and then make my portfolio look good with nice pictures.
than like when you're in the field trying to get jobs. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
when you're almost done it, then he looks at it and says, "Okay, this is no good. Do it all over
Yeah.
again."
Yeah.
As a side note, that orange stuff on the rocks was most likely some sort of moss or lichen. Fun
Oh,
fact.
Wow.
What's lichen?
What's lichen?
Like a different kind of moss, like an
Wow.
undergrowth.
Is this? How do you know this, from your marine biology or from the lifeguarding?
We don't really deal with moss and lichens and lifeguarding, just some like light reading, which I've done on the side. But
Cool.
continuing on with the topic of portfolios, I would like to ask each of you what you think your most prized part of your portfolio is, and or will be, in case you're working on something right now, and what you think is the worst thing which you've made so far, just in a like subjective tone, like, oh my gosh, like my composition was so bad on this one, just for an
Can I start?
example. Yeah.
Hell. So basically, hell yeah. So for me, my best
Heck yeah.
thing.
Heck yeah, Dennis.
Heck yeah, sorry. So for me, the best thing I've made currently is like the Word of God trailer. I love that it took like 2 hours to set up. We did it in like 3 takes. It just looks cool, and cinematography wise is something I want to go into. And then the worst thing I think I have in there right now is, sorry to break it to someone that's a crew right now, I have the crunch time dance with me and Braden in there.
Yeah.
It's really funny and really cool, but I know it's not my best work in the world, but I thought it was hilarious. I'm just put it in there.
This is a fun project.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It shows like, I could dance, but it's not the best thing in the world. It just shows some on-air
Can
stuff,
you though?
right? And I think the most thing I'm looking forward to is my PSA, which I'm going to be doing, starring these two boys in front of me, Adam and James. It's about staying hydrated and drinking more water.
Love water.
Yeah.
All right, Jonah, you're up.
All right, the best thing that I think I'm gonna have on mine is most likely my PSA from last year. Obviously, I think I have to get a little bit more content on there and get as much as I possibly can, and stuff I have to work on. Probably would just be that, probably getting as much as I can in a certain amount of time. So, yeah.
Can we throw up those trailers and PSAs in the middle of this, or no?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
I am not editing this, so Braden Kelsey.
Yeah. Audience, if you don't see them, it means that they weren't put in.
Yeah.
If you do see them, good job.
Good job, Braden.
All right, James.
Speaking of water, staying hydrated as always.
H2O.
That's why I got cast now.
Oh,
'Cause I'm
yeah.
always staying hydrated. But for best piece of work, I would want to say kind of like the Word of God documentary as well. Just kind of the work that's the project I put the most work into, and that I think is, well, there were a few snags during the production,
Yeah.
which you'll know about if you watch the documentary, because it's about our snags. That's how we spun it.
Yeah,
But
we did.
I know, it just, the whole kind of process of Word of God, we put a lot into it, and I'm very happy with how it turned out in the end.
Did you show Jason that?
Word of God doc? Like the whole doc?
I linked him. It's in a link in my write-up that I did. for
Okay,
him.
cool.
So he will see it. He didn't watch it in our meeting because we didn't have the time.
Yeah.
Oh, but worst thing that I've done.
Can I throw something out there?
Oh God, you're
What?
gonna roast them on the spot.
Okay.
Your PSA I helped you film. Not your highest quality of work, because you kind of just
No.
slapped it on a timeline after.
Was that the drug PSA?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that wasn't great. But I mean,
Oh wait,
Bless
the
you.
cage crawl.
the cage crawl was not really a project though.
I
It
guess
was like
not.
something on the side.
Because I just remember the audio was always out of sync.
Oh, actually, if I may chime in, the one thing that I would not have on mine is probably the rocket skates.
Rocket
What do you mean?
Because that's my pans on those. Because that was like our first project, was it not?
Yeah, it
like,
was.
Yeah.
like our
Yeah.
commercials.
That was one
The
of our
pan
first
was
big
like
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was stiff.
At
really
least
stiff. Yeah,
it isn't.
it's really bad.
At least it wasn't Insta Pop where I zoomed in on Dennis's
Dennis.
mouth eating the popcorn.
Yeah.
That was a bad cinematography choice by
Or
me.
was it the best cinematography ever?
It might have been the best one.
Yeah. So
Well,
James, do
depends
you
who
have
you're
one
asking.
you don't like, or?
Yeah, I guess I didn't even really think of the PSA. I thought the PSA was okay. I feel like it's kind of mediocre. There's nothing really stood out to me in the whole thing, other than asking Braden if I could shoot him in the hall with a needle.
Did you get me? Someone got me to smoke a cigarette too. Who was
Yeah,
that?
that
Was
was
it-
me.
That was you. Yeah.
You actually smoked it though. I didn't mean for you. It's like, hey, can you just like stand here?
Yeah, you
with
did.
it? And then
I'm a method actor. First off. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, okay. I was like, all right, Dennis is really doing it. Sure, do it for the camera. I
Yeah,
like
dude.
that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Dennis.
Yeah, dude.
Smoking is bad. Please don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't try that at home.
Yeah.
No, but for my for worst thing, I think of like my PSA I did the year prior when I was in IMD. That one was not great. I was in like the back of a car. I was on it was like a don't drive while you're high kind of deal,
Mm-hmm.
and like I just was in the back of my buddy's car with the GoPro and a gimbal, just kind of panning back and forth between the two of them. I knew like nothing about cinematography at all. I was just like, it's an assignment. I gotta do it.
Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not great.
So, Adam, how about you? Do you have one?
Well, like a lot of folks, I really loved the documentary, but like I was just kind of the like producer and like contact on that. So like I'm not sure if I can really put my name on it as much as like Carson and like Mitch, who
But
like
what about the interviews?
filmed and edited. Yeah. Well, like I helped out with the interviews and all that and just making sure that it was organized, but that's all just in like a producer behind the scenes kind of role, which all roles are important. But
Who's the one talking during the interviews, asking the questions?
That
was me.
That's probably
Ah,
say.
thank
was
you,
you.
Carson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry, Carson's the little government voice in my head.
Yeah, I did the interviews for my documentary, and I feel like I had a great time doing those. I felt like I progressed a lot during those interviews.
Oh yeah, I had a wonderful time too. I just need to like, I don't know how to frame it on my portfolio, but on the other work of stuff that I loved working with Mitch last year on Conspiracy Hunters. I think that's definitely one of my highlights from last semester. Just
Do you
because like
need the copy of it? Because I still have it on my hard
I
drive.
have it now.
Okay, cool.
I just think it was really fun getting to play that character that was kind of us, but just like elevated.
Professor Adam.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Medge.
Yeah. My worst was literally everything from first semester.
Oh,
now that I've gone back and
Looking
looked
back at
at
those
it,
assignments.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm like, I did it just so that it was done. I wish that I had the forethought to like
You know.
plan it out and make sure that it was good quality for my portfolio. So if anybody interested in the program is listening, don't just use those as write-offs. Actually do some good work.
Looking back on it, it really is amazing how these 2 years have just flown right past.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, James. So what's up, buddy?
James
This
is
like the whole past 2 years. It has flown by. Christ, I remember like I wasn't really in with you guys for the first time because like I did a year of IMD
Yeah,
prior
dude.
to this, so I had a lot of prerequisites.
Hold up, before the story told, I didn't know. Kept forgetting James was in a class till I think it's Thursday. There's the only class I had with them. Like, who's this Hawaiian shirt kid with glasses that just shows up with a pink hat on? I'm like, this dude just comes in once a week. I'm on his school schedule. It's great.
Yeah.
And then second semester, you actually had classes with him, so it was actually cool.
Yeah, that's that semester. I had like 4 or 5 classes, so I could still technically be a full-time student and
Yeah.
get all my my OSAP and stuff. So like, yeah, I had Michelle's Indigenous class,
And
I
then
had
live stream with Steve.
live streaming with Steve.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I think I had some other. I think I had
No?
one other one.
Did you take some online courses? You only had those two with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Didn't take web
I
design.
only got one with you because I was in the Steve block with you.
I thought I had something with Mike as well.
You weren't in audio storytelling, were you?
No, No, it might have
Were
just been
you
those
in
two.
character and
Yeah, that's the other
storyboard?
thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Character, Indigenous, and live streaming. And then I had 2 electives that I took as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so you're in both of Michelle's classes?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
why.
Okay.
So continuing on with our conversation, how we kind of mentioned where we want to go. Do you guys have any idea yet on where you want to intern? As for some info for everybody viewing back home, as part of our program, we do a 1-month minimum internship.
I think it's 3 weeks minimum. Yeah, but for me, I'm going somewhere in Vancouver. I'm looking at ad agencies and like production companies.
Mm-hmm.
I like basically in everything, so that's why the ad agency / production companies is where I think I would fit. So I'm actually making 2 demo reels. One's basically, I'm a content creator. I like creating content, and the one is more professional-based cinematography. Like, this is what I could do, this is what I like shooting. So I'm making 2 just to cover my boundaries. I love on-air is fun and all, but I think those are the 2 things. I just like going project to project and interacting with the people. That's where I think I found my drive.
Mm-hmm.
For me, possibly Toronto, working for something like Sportsnet. That would be, amazing. I'm obviously, as you all know, I love sport, primarily hockey for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spitting chicklets.
But anyways, if I was to go there, I would possibly be a camera operator or, whatever they could find for me. And, maybe somewhere down the road, I'd love to be on air someday. That'd be, a dream of mine for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking more towards going to Vancouver as well. Vancouver boys. Hey. Yeah, like I said before, the arts and culture, reporting, journalism, on air, writing, that kind of whole aspect, anything within that field where I can be in Vancouver, do a bit of writing, do a bit of like reporting, and talk about like things I am passionate about, such as arts and culture, specifically music. Ultimately, like one of my goals is to I really like those little shows on YouTube where it's like they're at like a radio station or someplace, and they just have like a band or an artist come in, do a couple songs, and interview them as well in between songs or whatever. Also a big fan of like the NPR Tiny Desks, where it's just like a very stripped back performance.
Those are really cool.
Those are lit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Joe Rogan type thing, but just a musical performance as well. It's like that type of thing. That'd be cool. Adam, how about you? Do you have anything?
I honestly don't know. Like, I know that I want to do some on air, do some social media stuff, kind of create YouTube content for myself, but like maybe I'll be with the Vancouver boys.
Maybe go to Toronto? You don't know?
Maybe
dude?
go to Toronto. I'm definitely going to full send it and just apply to like the social media manager job, which I want to go for because I think, like the best thing that a person could take would be a chance on me. So might as well make it work.
Damn, that's some clever. It's clever branding.
Yeah.
You have a lot of good stuff in your portfolio for that too.
Thank you. A lot of on air.
Yeah.
You'll probably see this as part of a demo reel.
Yeah.
A lot of writing as well for a lot of different websites.
A lot of writing. I like to write, Gotta do creative writing, blogging, and some journalism things.
It's a lot of like community-based work I've seen from you as well. Like you're in a bunch of communities doing a bunch of writing and talking to people. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think about using some of your drama club performances in your demo reel for on air? Because it shows acting or no?
Yeah, well, I was talking to Jason about that, and I was thinking, like, that's definitely an option for you to show off some acting skills, but it's not necessarily on air.
Because there's no mic in front of your face and stuff like that? Okay, that makes sense.
But it does show off that, like, you can act and that you can do things and just, like, be characters and that you're comfortable on stage and on air.
Okay.
So I guess kind of just wrapping things up in our last couple minutes here. Any final thoughts for the audience?
I don't know. For me, I'm excited to finish the semester, but I'm also terrified because like after this, it's so open and broad. You could do whatever. You could go wherever. It's basically up in the air.
I just want to know, how many years have you been on that Bionicle forum?
I've been on the Bionicle forum for like 11 years. So
why, James? Why you asked that question?
Portfolio work.
Portfolio work. I only have like 590 posts though.
Oh, only 590 posts.
Only wow.
Compared to the thousands others have, but oh well.
That's a lot of posts. Jonah?
Any other?
What was the question again? Sorry.
Just any like last thoughts in our last minute.
Oh, I don't know. Happy 2020, everybody. It feels good to be back. And
back for the last time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, James.
James.
It's National James Day, so what are your thoughts on that first? Maybe I should get this. Do you like National James Day?
I'm indifferent about it. I got mixed feelings.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah, it's just
Should be
a lot
flattered,
of attention on me, you know.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, so I guess that's it for the first episode of the 2020 series of What's Up DMP. You will most likely be seeing some rotating hosts go around as we're all filling in work for our portfolios. So watch out for us in the upcoming year. And we hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Bionicle Forums.
Bye.
Bionicle Forums.